Hey guys, my name is Mohan Pober and today I'm going to talk about some of the biggest lessons I got from going to the castle and learning from Dan-pena over the last few years. And this is part 2. Let's get to it. So hey, my name is Mohan Pober, and if you're new to this channel is all about not how to start businesses from scratch, but how to go and buy existing, established and profitable businesses, and how to grow your existing business by acquisition, by going out there and not just getting more clients and doing more sales and marketing, but on how to go and buy your competitors and buy complementary businesses and buy more strategic, partners and bring them to your team. You can also buy businesses with existing management team in place, so you won't need to deal with the day-to-day. That's at least personally what I don't like doing. I don't want to do the repeatable menial stuff. I can just buy a business with someone to manage the day-to-day, even if it means to give him some equity, while I focus on the strategic side of things, to go out there, buy more businesses or raise more capital to grow until one day you can either sell your business or take it public. This channel is basically me sharing and documenting my journey and my mistakes over the past 3 years while learning about this space. And I'm here to basically help you learn some of the lessons that I had to go through and pay a lot of money for it. This is the channel I wish that I had. That's why I created it. And yeah, I have my agenda. It's a process for me to bring in more deal flow where I can do more deals that way. So if you didn't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button so you make sure you're not missing any new videos, because I'm posting daily right now. I have a full 1 day a week where I record 7 videos within 3 hours or so, and I'm posting them daily. And you want to make sure you're not missing anyone. So also in the description below there are a few links for you that I want you to check right now. One of them is where you can put your details and send me your biggest question about buying businesses, and based on that I'm creating new videos. And there's also a link to a business buying mastermind. It's a free group where you can join and be part of the conversation and watch people who do deals and just maybe even find partners there or people who can potentially put money into your deals. So join that group right now if you didn't yet as well. So today we're going to take another lesson that I got from Dan-pena, and again, watch all this stuff online. You got it on danlock.co.uk in my opinion, or just search danlock and Dan-pena on Google and you'll see all of his content. All of his content is out there. I'm creating this video just to expand on each of his lessons that you learn in the free videos and in the castle. And it's just a way to show you kind of like my perspective. So those are lessons from Dan, but my perspective as someone who's doing those things for the last few years, and just giving you, some nuances into the process, because what I love about Dan's teaching is that it's very high level. And when you have the experience to be really focused on just few things is really important. But when you're just starting the process, many times what you do need is the little nuances to make sure you're not making mistakes, because in this space, every mistake can cost you a small fortune. So I want to make sure you're not making those mistakes. And like I say, I do have my agenda. I know that the more I'll help you, and I know that the more value you'll see in just the free stuff I give you, you'll want to bring me as your partner and do deals with me and learn from me. And that's why I'm doing that. I just want to buy more. I want to buy as many businesses as I can, and at the same time help as many people as I can get equity in deals that they find to us. But yeah, either way, remember, those are Dan-pena lessons with my perspective based on my experience, my mistakes and my lessons. So now let's pick one of those lessons and really dive into it. So I'm going to quote the lesson, the Penaism lesson, which is dream big, think big, and big. Basically, ... Dream big, think big. What that means. So, and Dan's saying in his videos and in the castle that his biggest regret in life is that he didn't set big enough goals or bigger goals. He set a goal and he almost reached that goal, which is to build I forget the exact amount of company that he built, right, with his company. But what he said is that what if I had a 10 times bigger goal and I lost that goal? You can set huge goals, and then even if you're not getting to that goals and you're getting just, let's say, 80% toward those goals, you're still good. And that's why he's saying, no matter where you at, set yourself the biggest goals that you can, the biggest possible goals that you can, and write it down and read those affirmations for yourself every single fucking day, ideally twice. I'm reading my goals every day at least twice, ideally in the morning and the evening when I wake up and before I go to bed. But here are a few things that I learned from this concept of dream big, think big, and act big. And I want to dive into it because those are lessons that I wish that I knew when I started. Now, just before we dive into some of my lessons, it's funny, but when Dan is saying that, he's basically telling us, hey, you are becoming what you think about or what you're constantly doing. And then saying that if I were to become what I'm thinking about all day, I would become a part of a woman's body, which is interesting, right? But I'm here to show you that based on my lessons, I think it's really, really important to have huge goals, but then personally, I found out with myself that it's not working if I'm focusing on, let's say, 20 years goal from now. So it's good to have the perspective of someone who want to achieve something, let's say in 20 years, let's say you want to be a multi-billionaire in 20 years or whatever, or in 10 years, right? Fair enough, set those goals. It's always good to have as big goals as possible. But I found out that I gotta have a short-term goal as well. So for example, I gotta have a goal for the next 90 days or 30 days, or what I found out works best for me is have a goal for 90 days and then have a goal for 60 days and 30 days. And the reason I do that is because you do want to have some kind of realistic goal as well, in my opinion. So you want to have the huge goals, which are always at the back of your mind as the person you want to go towards to. But at the same time, you want to have something realistic that you aim to achieve, let's say in the next 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, just because you're then not going to be overwhelmed and you're actually going to take action towards those goals. I found out personally that if I immediately set a goal to become a billionaire, I'm just getting too overwhelmed, too maybe even stressed by the fact that I just don't know what to do to get there. And I found out myself doing nothing instead of actually just focusing on the next step, just to move the train a little bit. Those are my at least lessons that I got. I found out that if I just write huge goals, I just don't know what to do next. Now, goals in general, I guess, are really, really important. And that's why in the castle, you spend, I think, at least like half a day. You write your goals once, and then I remember we wrote our goals, and then Dan is standing and I say, okay, now you raise them and write your goals 10 times bigger than them. Because whatever you think you can do probably much, much bigger than that. And you always need to focus on that. And yes, read them again and again and again. But at the same time, have something that you're going to actually take action toward, which is usually just the next 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. Now, is it certain that you're going to achieve your goals if you're going to read them every day twice? Probably no. Nothing is certain in life. I mean, we can die. I can die after I'm creating this video for you and I'm not going to post again. You can never know. Nothing is certain. But I can promise you that you got much bigger chances to achieve your goals, or at least progress yourself towards your goals, if you have a very specific goal and you remind yourself every day about the target, about the goal, and about thinking what are the next steps that you need to take. As some of you know, I've been in the army for 3 years, and in the army, when you have a mission, you have a specific mission you need to achieve, a specific mission that is something attainable many times. So it's not like huge things, it's something attainable. That is, yes, it can be challenging, but you know exactly what to do. You train towards it all the time because you know the exact target that you need to achieve. And that's, in my opinion, the same in life and in business. You need to have something very specific that you need to know. The moment this happened, I achieved my goals. And here are the few next steps I can take in order to achieve that. Even if it's challenging, I know those are my steps. And I remind myself every day about the goal. I imagine myself living those goals. I remind myself what are the actions that I need to take, and I eliminate everything else that is stopping me from moving towards those goals. So the way I look at it is that goals are basically your compass or whatever the fuck you call that, right? It's the place to look at so you can move towards that. So that's the first lesson for today, one of the pennyism. Now let's quickly, in this video, I want to quickly go through another one because it's a quick one, and let's talk about that. And that's one is when you deal with the disappointed or egotistical, always give credit where it isn't due. And what that means, let's get into that. So for me, the biggest lesson here is, first of all, just to accept the fact that you can't do anything on your own, everything on your own. And it's removing the ego and just understanding that if you want to build something big, you gotta have a team around you, a team of employees, of colleagues, of mentors, and you can't achieve everything that you want in life on your own unless it's a small goal. I know people who run 6-figure businesses or maybe even very small seven figure, so let's say $1 million a year business on their own. But if you want to scale behind that, it's probably impossible to do. Like I don't think I ever saw a business doing more than $1 million a year in sales with no employees. I'm talking no one. So that means that you need to accept, guys, no ego, go out there, build a team around you, give equity where needed, give good salaries, bring good people around you who believe in your dream, who believe in your vision. And it's all about giving credit. Like for me personally, I don't care if I tap on someone's shoulder or I give them all the credit, tell them, hey, that success was on you. I really don't give a shit. As long as I got the result that I want, I don't care that someone will think that everything came from there. Like it's really, I don't give a shit. I think people with self-esteem don't need someone to tap on their shoulder. I can tap myself on the shoulder knowing that I did everything that I can. And I don't care that someone who's working with me will get all the benefits and all the credit as long as I get my results. You see what I mean? I'm not afraid to give credit, even if it wasn't on him 100%. So that's what I think you should do as well. Have no ego. Remember, give credit. Don't be afraid to give credit. Don't be afraid to share equity even or income. And just don't have ego. You can't do everything on your own. You can't build a legit big business unless you have a team around you, team of colleagues, employees, mentors. And remember the first lesson as well, guys. Dream big, have big goals. And if you're serious about this space of achieving big results, and in my opinion, like you probably know, the best way to achieve your big goals is to buy businesses, either to buy your first business as soon as possible or to grow your existing one by acquisition. And you want a team, me and my team who did more than 300 deals, to work with you on those deals. Me and my team, we want to buy more businesses, and you can basically be our help to find more of those deals using your experience and network. And with our obviously education, we can teach you how to do that, and you can use your local area or anywhere else that you want to find those deals. And we can use our team. We already have all the accountants, lawyers, full-times, employees, CFO, everything needed to close deals. We have access to financial institutions. We bring capital from home if needed sometimes. And obviously we know how to buy those businesses, how to do due diligence and make sure a deal is a good deal so you're not getting screwed, and how to do that even without signing personal guarantees. So if something happens, you're not getting screwed personally. So if you want to work with us on a very intense one-on-one almost level, and you want us to keep you accountable, me and my team, then go to moranpobert.com/talk and see the details there. Watch the video there and you'll see all the details. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Like it if you enjoyed it, subscribe and comment below. Let me know what are your goals, and let me know now what would be the 10 times goals and what you plan to do next to achieve them. And also let me know what you think are the best things you can do in order to give other people some credit. So that's it for today, guys. See the description below for more links and ways to give me topics for videos and join our free business buying mastermind if you didn't yet. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.